Thank you. Thank you to the organizers, and special thanks to Dr. Preetham Singh. He is my teacher, and he's taught me a lot of foundations of life. Uh, I'm giving you today a outside-in view of how industry thinks of education. And if I say something which may be a bit harsh, please don't mind it. I want to first give you confidence that change is possible, that change is successful, and change is happy. And let me give you a few non-education examples. Indian cricket, moving from 5-day matches and being a poor team in 5-day matches, if you go back many years, to being a good team in 5-day matches, then becoming a good team in 1-day internationals, and then now becoming a great team in T20. Massive change of styles, massive change how you have to play, massive change in bowling, massive change in batting, huge change in fielding. Do you agree? Agree? Disagree? Okay. So change is possible. Bollywood, which we love, great experimentation, new ideas. I saw this movie called Dangal recently. Fantastic way of portraying real life of India in a small village of Haryana. And not that all experiments succeed, many experiments fail, but there is a constant change. And there is a successful change. And we appreciate that change regularly. Agree? Disagree? So change is possible. 20 years back, in '95, when I entered mobile world, there were 30 million landlines in India. Today there are 1 billion mobile phones in India. And many of the 1 billion, maybe 400 million will be smartphones very soon. Today you don't need a landline, you don't need a desktop, you don't need a laptop for internet. You basically need, this is your office. You can be sitting at the beach of Goa and running your office. I'm not recommending this to you, but I'm just saying you can do that if you want to do it. Is this a big change or a small change? Change is possible, change is successful. Let me come to my present industry, which is energy. After 20 years in telecom, I've decided to spend next 20 years in energy sector because this is the biggest change in the world. From thermal, nuclear, oil and gas, diesel, it is moving to renewables like solar and wind. And it is expected that in the next 20 years, and I want to see the movie again because I saw the telecom movie, I want to see this movie also, that all energy will be renewable, which means all energy will come from what God has given to us, free and pollution-free, which is sunshine, which is water, and which is wind. Massive change, massive transformation, massive catharsis. And it has had a good start. Last year, solar became 1 rupee cheaper than thermal. And thermal, by the way, is 70% of India. The change has just started. In the next decade, there'll be a massive change. Possible? So change is possible, change is effective, change can happen, we have to embrace change. Last example. We love cash. We love cash. Of course, guys who are black marketeers, they love cash more. But normal Indians love cash because we want to pay in cash, we want to receive in cash, we want to pay everyone at home. In the last 2 months, there is a massive change in behavior. I have found a lot of people who are illiterate, who are unskilled workers, and no reflection on them. I think they are very smart people. They are using banks, they're using Paytms, they're using everything which they were not using till now. And they're happy. Actually, I talk to many of them, I talk to taxi drivers, I talk to many people, and they say, this is better because otherwise I have to put cash in my room and, it's risky. I have to send somebody physically to my gaon. It's risky. This is better, actually. I didn't know this. So, change is possible and change is good. So, I just wanted, Dr. Saab, give these few examples just to prove that change is good, change is possible. We just need courage. We just need persistence, and we need a willpower to change. And this behoves on all of us. It's not about any particular level. And coming to specific subject of today, which is Indian education, or not only Indian education, but global management education, it is very clear that it is in a stagnancy. And it is in a stagnancy because employability of the product of that management is at best moderate. I did my MBA as a part-time. I was working in DCM, and as I started my career at 20, when I was 20, I felt that without education, I may not have a good future, without management education. So I did law, and then I did MBA, etc., all part-time. Because I felt, wrongly, rightly, I don't know why, maybe I needed money, so I was working. I felt that real life experience is very precious. And hence I worked hard whole day, and in the evening used to go to classes, learn, and I really learned a lot. Because I was connecting the real life with my education every day. Every day evening when I was in the class, I was connecting what I did in the daytime to what I did in the evening. And I think that's very, very important. But boys and girls who don't have that real life experience, they can't connect. So they find it difficult to understand. And therefore, it is very, very clear that management education in India and all over the world needs drastic change. And you don't have to wait for somebody else. I think we can make a change in each college. I think there are some colleges who are represented here. I think the change can start from these colleges. Why to wait for IIM to change? Why to wait for Harvard to change or Stanford to change? Everyone can change in his own college or school. So I have experiences where in various companies, whether it's DCM or then Airtel, and I have recruited MBAs, very smart MBAs, and I've seen MBAs grow and do well, and I've also seen MBAs fail. Very smart MBAs. And by the way, their success and growth is not a surprise, because guys who go to IIM or guys who go to other good institutions like IMI are fundamentally good guys. They're well educated, they are toppers in their own undergrad or schools. They're good guys, they have to succeed in any case. But why do guys from IIM and others fail? Because, they are also very bright, they shouldn't fail. Or many of them I have seen not do very well. Because they don't embrace real life. They don't change, they don't really adjust themselves every day. And you know what Dr. Chaturvedi said is so true. Brexit, Trump, the new government in India, demonetization. And I can tell you, every day will be a big change. And if you don't change, you'll remain far, far behind. So we have a choice, remain far behind or be current with what's happening in the world. And I'm very disappointed with many people who worked with me in the last, I've done 38 years of my career, who worked with me, and they are fantastic education of IITs and IIMs, and they don't do well. So I asked them, and the reason is only one. They don't have courage to change. They don't have courage to imbibe, assimilate the new developments across the world. So I have 4 recommendations for, for the colleagues here. Number 1 recommendation is that every college should research the feedback of the first 5-year experiences of their graduates. And basically ask questions which are very precise, that what are the things which you confronted in the first 5 years of your experience, which were not taught to you, which we didn't touch upon in the course or in the syllabus. Can you just list 3 things only, which you confronted and you were kind of taken aback that you didn't have any knowledge or any experience or any discussion on? At least you will have from those ex-students a very genuine intrinsic feedback. And feedback is important. All action plans should be based on real feedback. And first 5 years is very good in your experiences. You confront many new things which you. So he or she will tell you what are the things he did not know and what are the things he should have been taught. Second recommendation is that the professors are very, very bright and respectable people. But professors have some degree of complacency. I'm sorry if I'm transgressing my limits, but I'm telling you something very candidly. There is a certain degree of complacency that, we are educated, we have huge knowledge, we don't need to update. I think professors need to come out of that well. Professors need to teach themselves. Professors need to interact with real life. Professors need to go out, understand new technology. And what Dr. Chaturvedi said on robotics, drones, and so many things. And let me tell you, the days of incremental change are over, my dear friends. The days of disruptive change are here. Every day, it will be only disruptive change. There will be no incremental change. And if that is so, then I think the professors need to change also. And read and interact and go, travel. My wife, by the way, has serious complaint against me that I travel a lot. Even my mother has. Even today morning she said, why are you going tonight? And I think I travel because I feel I need to be up to date. If I don't interact with new people who are doing something new, something fresh, something disruptive, then I'll be yesterday. Very important. So that was recommendation 2. Recommendation 3 is mandatory change of syllabus every year. Mandatory, compulsory. Because I think Indians, we understand mandatory more than anything else. We don't understand voluntary. I'm sorry to say this. That's our DNA. Mandatory. Every college has to change it. You have to change it. You have to up-to-date it. You have to bring in new case studies. You have to bring in so many new elements which are changing in environment every day. Because if you don't change the syllabus is obsolete. And you're teaching things of yesterday to students, which is not a good idea. I mean, students come, pay huge fees to be taught something about tomorrow, not yesterday. Because his life is tomorrow, his career is tomorrow and day after, not yesterday. So it's so important to change, at least once a year, if not mid-year. And the recommendation number 4 is very open and constructive dialogue, regular dialogue of industry and education institutions, like this. Now the problem is ego. Industry guys think that, they are the smartest cookies in the world. And the education guys think that, these industry guys, सब जुगाड़ से काम करते हैं, and they don't know much about real management. Both are wrong. Let me tell you, both are wrong. I've been on both sides. Industry guys are very smart guys, I feel. They make mistakes, of course. I have made many mistakes in life. Professors are also very smart people. Teachers are also very smart people. But they are a bit complacent. So both ways, I think there has to be a very natural, very spontaneous ability to embrace each other. And if they embrace each other regularly, I can tell you, curriculums will improve, case studies will improve, there'll be more interaction of industry with students. And students will understand what is happening this month, what is happening this quarter, what is expected to happen next year. Not only in India, but across the world. Because India is part of a global situation. India is not India. So these are the 4 recommendations I want to give. Dr. Saab, I hope they have some value. And I can say on my behalf that I'll be delighted to support any college. I'll be delighted to support any institution to help and change. Because I feel, and I've always in my career tried to embrace change, try to run after change, try to be happy with change, and change is so important. So finally, I just want to conclude by saying that we need a drastic change in educational institutions of management. The embrace between industry and education has to be real and genuine. We have to catalyze this at our levels. I will help and catalyze. I'm sure Dr. Saab and other colleagues here will also catalyze. But if this does not happen, the 9% figure of employability will further fall. And 9% is really very discouraging to me, let me tell you. Because if 9 people out of 100 are employable, and others are coming out with theory, which is not generating employment, then there is a serious problem. Therefore, I think we need to get into action, and we need to really understand that it's not difficult. This change is not difficult. It is doable, it's easy. We just have to open our eyes and ears, and we just have to open to change. Thank you.